Glory time is when you see manifestation of an invisible God. It's when you get the valuation, you realize the valuation of an inestimable God. And then glory time is when you feel the saturation of an omnipresent God. Turn your neighbor to neighbor. Glory time is when you feel the saturation of an omnipresent God. Now, if something is omnipresent, that means it's everywhere. But it's possible for something to be everywhere, but you don't see it or feel it all the time. I said it can be everywhere, but you don't see it or feel it all the time. Okay, so air is everywhere. You leave here and you're gonna go out, there's gonna be air out there. You go home in your house, there's gonna be air there. And if it don't be air, you're gonna know it because you won't be able to breathe. Air is everywhere, but you don't feel it until it gets stirred up. See, the difference between air and wind is just wind is air in motion. The difference between God and the Holy Ghost God is omnipresent and the Holy Ghost is God stirred up in motion. So you can have something that's everywhere, but you can't sense it. Water right now is some water in this air. Right. But you don't sense it until it gets condensed, until it gets concentrated, until the air gets saturated. And when the air gets saturated, the little droplets in the air got to come out of hiding, and they become dew or rain. They were always there, but they weren't saturated. They weren't concentrated. They weren't condensed. And the glory of God is when the omnipresence of God gets saturated.